Hello and welcome to Creating Cards with Alexandra. I'm Alexandra, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we're going to make a card using an online exclusive paper pack. This is called The Traditions of St. Nick, and we're also going to use a sentiment from the Ringed with Nature, Merry Christmas. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing I'm going to bring in, this is Mossy Meadow cardstock, and this is 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to emboss this with the Timber embossing folder. Okay, so I have my Big Shot here. And we will run this through. All right, and then we're left with our embossed piece of cardstock. And then I have a white pigment ink pad, and we are just gonna run this lightly over the raised image on here. Okay, so I'll just hold this down lightly and pull very lightly. And you can add more color if you want to. Okay, so that's what we're left with. That just brings out the embossing a bit more. Okay, and then I have let's see, we'll go ahead and do our embossing. I have the sentiment Merry Christmas from the Ringed with Nature. And we're going to actually stamp this 3 times on our copper clay paper. Okay, so I'm just leaving a little room because we're going to cut these into strips. And then I have my white embossing powder. Okay, now we'll go ahead and emboss this. All right, and we're going to actually cut these into strips, like I said before. And we want them pretty close to the sentiment. We'll use our scissors to cut closer too. All right, so I have 3 sentiments here. Okay, we're going to cut very close to that Mary. And then on these other 2, we're just going to cut Christmas off. We're just going to be left with Mary. Okay, this one's a little bit big, so I'm just gonna use my scissors to cut that. Okay, that looks good. We'll put that aside, and then you could save these sentiments for another card. All right, and then I have my copper clay. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. Okay, and we're going to take our paper snips and we're going to go over the edges to rough this up. So you just open your scissors up, just gently go back and forth along the cardstock. And then that leaves you with this roughed up edge here. That'll make it more shabby chic. And the paper, it looks more traditional, so I thought this would work well with it. And again, that DSP is an online exclusive. You will not find it in the catalog. So you'll just go over to the Stampin' Up! Page and click on online exclusives, and it will pop up everything that you can find only there on the website. There's some really cute items there too. I have quite a few of them. Okay, so then that's what we're left with. And then I will bring in our DSP. So we have these 2 pieces of DSP, and these are 1 inch by 3. And I'm actually going to flag these. And I have an old punch. This is a banner punch. And we now have I think it's called Pick a Banner punch. Or you can just flag this with your scissors. But I wanted this more precise since it's kind of the star of the show on the card. Okay, and then I want one of these with this print, and then I'm just going to flip it over, and we have this copper clay on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this first one down. Okay, we want this up in the left-hand corner. And then this one, I'm going to actually put it just a little bit, maybe about a 1/4 inch. Coming off the top, and then we'll just snip that. I want it just a little bit shorter than the first one. Okay, and we'll go ahead and adhere this onto our copper clay. I never really would have picked these 2 colors together, but it is in this cardstock, so that's what we have so far. And then we're going to take our dimensionals. Go ahead and put them on the back of our little sentiments. Because this cardstock is embossed, I'm putting lots of dimensionals on there. Make sure that it sticks. Okay, and I want this down here. I'm actually going to snip this a little bit more. And I will put this right to the edge there. Okay, Merry Christmas. And then I'm just going to kind of lightly put these on here, make sure I have the placement where I want it. And maybe something like that. Merry, Merry Christmas. And then I have my metallic adhesive back dots, and we'll put some of those on there to add a little bling. Isn't that pretty? It looks very kind of old school. And then I have a piece of the Mossy Meadow. This is the Mossy Meadows 4 by 5 1/4. And then I put the white panel on here, 3 3/4 by 5. And then a little strip of that paper down at the bottom. So the inside is beautiful as well. So there we go. Merry, Merry Christmas. So thank you so much for taking your time to watch my tutorial today. I will link everything in the description below, and that'll take you straight over to my shopping page. If you enjoyed this video, please give me the thumbs up, comment, or subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you again next time. Have a joyful day. Bye-bye.